It's almost at the identical spot. It's like as perfect and close as you're going to get with an LED. We're putting it in a reflective halogen.
What we do here is go back.
First thing we're going to do before we go outside is we're going to take this out of the box, take a look. What do we have here? Oh. Now this is why I wanted to open it inside before we go out. These double-sided tape is designed for these guys. See, they have zip ties also in case you have somewhere where you can zip tie it. And then there's a little screw, so you can looks like the ballasts have a screw hole maybe. Let's see here. Oh, that their original kits have an interchangeable ballast, but this is looks like it's not interchangeable. It's hardwired in. The LED diodes are on each side. The bulb, a regular halogen bulb, has its focal point of the light exactly at that spot. So if the LED diodes are exactly there, this is the optimal LED style. I know there's all different kinds of LED style. This is the optimal one because it mimics the exact light output of the location of a halogen bulb, which in a reflective halogen light makes best use of that reflective halogen light system, because otherwise you're putting the LED bulbs in the wrong location. The reflective housing isn't designed for it, and then you have crazy flaring and things, different lighting. This is going to look really nice. I'm really excited for this. So before we go out there, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach some of this tape to the back of here. So you don't want any bubbles. I just noticed something. These are always polar sensitive, and they make them normally with, like, you can plug them either way, but at least they were kind enough to put the positive and negative indicators on this. So when you look at the wires, you'll be able to know which side goes which, so you don't have to take it all back, test it, and so save some time. Thanks, guys. Essentially, this whole thing is held in by clips all the way around here, and then there are two clips that go into the back here. So really just got to pry. Let's see if this will be enough to pry it. Well, that was easy. Okay. So as you can see, when you're putting this back also, you got to be careful. See, like I just put this back and I think I broke it. That's why. So you got to get around this trim here. And if you don't, you'll end up folding one of these like that and breaking it. So now I'm going to have to just cut this off. And when I put it back, make sure I don't break anything else. Back here. And I hope that might be okay. Anyway, for now, I'll put it aside. Next step is you're going to see here, there's torque 25. I do appreciate how easy these are actually to do. Let's see here. Got a little torque 25 out. And now this should just come right out. So it itself has two little things that go into the back. Make sure you don't put it in the ones that are made for the trim. It goes a little bit further in, and then you'll see the bulb and the clip, and there's just like a regular clip you pull down, nothing special. Take a look at the housing. Looks nice, looks pretty. Okay, but we're going to set this down for a second because we got to look for somewhere to put the actual ballast. So it needs to come to here in order for me to be able to take this thing off. So wherever I place it has to give me enough slack for the bulb to kind of be able to hang out here. So that means this ballast can only go around here. right here. Look at that. Plenty of leeway. Okay. There's a flat spot right here. And I'm going to get my rubbing alcohol in there. I'm going to wipe it. There's a metal frame. I saw somebody in another video glued it to the frame up here, but they had the older style fog light bulbs, so they were able to disconnect it from the ballast and then connect those before putting the light in. Because of the way this is, his ran short, and if you can't really get more than this. Every time when you put it in, you're going to risk just pulling it out, or the next time somebody else pulls it out, they're going to risk just ripping the ballast right off. But if I put it here, it looks like it's going to be pretty clean, and I have a lot of slack. If we're looking at the fog light, we have an H8 Osram bulb. So in order to remove it, just push, turn, and pull. So there's those metal, you see these metal tabs on there that goes in those tabs. So remember, it was like this, and it ties down. So the filament, that's the light element. That's where the light's coming from. So you want to match where the filament is on the LED. So now from the point at which the LED is, you're basically going to be looking at the filament is almost at the identical spot. It's like as perfect and close as you're going to get with an LED. We're putting it in a reflective halogen housing, but it's pretty good. I've very high hopes for this. Hopefully the fan doesn't bother me too much. So when you're looking at this, it does say positive and negative, which is super helpful. Okay, so when you're looking at your Volkswagen wires, and this left fog light has a brown and a white wire. Okay, the white wire is going to be your live, actually. So if you're used to like housing electrical wires, that's going to be your live. The brown is going to be your ground, that's earth. So when we're looking at this, they're very nice to put, because this one doesn't, you can't tell which is which. Negatives here, so actually brown's going in that side, so we're going to turn it over, connect it, and now that's done. You can tuck that away, and I'm going to just peel this and mount it down here. We should be almost ready to go. So yeah, this has been on here for like an hour, getting seated. So let's see, if we peel this off, should be okay, ready to go. Line up the tabs, push down and turn. Now it's in, and you have plenty of room to work here. So you can see the fog light bulbs in there, identical to where the halogens would have been. Find the two insert for the tabs back there. Yep, see, that clicks right in. Aha, this wasn't ready yet. Okay, so where I've put it is not far enough away. Location number 2, right here. So there's nowhere to really put the ballast, where it's not going to rip off the tape anyway once you put the fog light in. Nice. So the new plan is I connected the wire down there with the rest of the fog wiring, and I'm just going to let the ballast kind of hang here, because if you're looking at it, actually there's not a lot of wiggle room there, and when it hangs, it's still, there's no connection here, so it's one piece. It's going to connect to the bulb and just kind of hang there. So I'm put the trim back now, and hopefully I don't break another tab this time. Okay. I didn't hear a click or anything, but seems to be on there pretty well. Cool. Now I'm going to do the other side, and later tonight I'll show you what it looks like driving on the road. Wow, you can even see how the light stops. And this just continues. It's a pretty strong, solid beam of light. This is going to be awesome. Okay, just for reference, we're looking at dusk here. Dusk, not even nighttime. So the headlights are on, but because they're white LEDs, they're, I can see them. I'm sure you can kind of see them, right? Wait. There's a little bit of flickering here, but that's just the camera. It actually is perfectly fine, and you can see a lot more. That's just at dusk. So now that I'm able to actually see the fog lights, I'm starting to realize the things that it's doing. So if I put the car in reverse, it turns the fog lights on. Okay. I already knew that when you turn the wheel left and right, it turns the fog lights on for you, so to illuminate the corners. But it also does it when you turn the turn signal on, to notify people that you're turning. It's like an extra turn signal. And now, not only can I see what it illuminates, but other people can see that. So, did I just make the car safer? I think I did. I mean, that was the whole goal for this. I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, I'm clearly more visible in the night now. And if I turn on the full, yeah, that's the experience. That's what we're working with here. Okay. Yeah, highly recommended.